Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just give me a second while I ping the Discord and fire the link out on Twitter. And then we'll have a little bit of hello people, shall we? See how everyone's doing. Live for a little bit of midweek Noveria. I want to carry on the Suburban expansion we started on Sunday. But yes, welcome. Who do we have? Martina, Daphne, Lara, Arde, Vanessa, Victor, and Gold Pancake. Welcome to the stream, guys. How are you all? Should be a pretty quiet stream today. The midweek afternoon streams usually are pretty quiet, so we can have a little hangout and carry on messing about with Noveria's suburb that we started on Sunday. Hey Mackie, Eggsy, quick hi and bye. Have fun, guys. No worries, Eggsy. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. So we started working on this little kind of park metro that's flowing through this suburb, and I want to kind of round out this area now as we begin to look towards moving towards the waterfront. So I think we're going to trim off a little bit of this mountain, and hopefully the power will return at some point. The famous Noverian blackouts, of course. If you're doing fine, how am I? I'm not too bad. I've just been recording the... what's it called? The vanilla map tier videos. Or video. We're not going to connect here. Let's try this again. Yeah, so just saying, I've just been recording the map tier video, the vanilla maps. Only got 4 more left to do, so you guys will probably have that tomorrow, more than likely now. Okay. Let's carry on knocking out our water pipes and satisfying a little bit of this residential demand. Hey Stephen, or Brassack, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream, mate. Been watching since Baguzia, happy to finally make a live stream. Welcome, Trent. You are an old school subscriber if you've been here since Baguzia. It's a long old series. I was actually watching a Baguzia video the other day, just kind of like glancing back over the playlists, and I think it's crazy how much better I've gotten at the game since that series. I used to... yeah, just not really like watching the older videos back. It's a little bit, it's a little bit cringy for me. I think it's for a lot of people, isn't it, when they watch something back that they did when they were not particularly younger, but maybe not quite as experienced. I think is the take-home point. Doing good, mate. Cup of tea and feet up. That's what we like to hear, Brassack. That's what we like to hear, mate. Hey, Ken and Minor. And Fruit Guy, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so with these fencings here, I want to start breaking a few of them for some little bits of commercial zoning that are going to appear every now and again within the park, and then just reinstate that fencing almost as like a border around the back of the zoning. That's the vibe I want to try and bring in here. So we might do this to kind of each block of park, if you like, with the way this metro is flowing through, but we'll see how it looks. We'll see how it gets on. Then maybe a taller tree in between. Maybe each one to complement, maybe an invasive palavan pine with something smaller. Okay. Just so we're breaking this kind of very long stretch of fence that's coming down this road. I think the commercials will help with this. So we'll see how that grows. This area is not happy with its power connection, is it? Are we okay? Why are we screaming for power? You should be connected. Let's give it a minute to disperse. Another stream this week. Well, here's a quick hey. You're welcome, Fruit Guy. And Veronica as well. Gonna lurk for a bit, just had an idea for Spice of the Month and want to work on it. Glad to hear, Kevin. For those out in our Discord, the Spice of the Month is now live for December. You guys have to use one of the Christmas tree uniques. Yeah, there we go. The power is slowly sorting itself out. it's just Noveria that has this problem, although someone said that Biffa was having it as well a couple of weeks ago. Hey Valley Lad, welcome to the stream, mate. There's a little bit of abandonment here as well. Let's take that away. Okay. So I think I'm fairly happy with this for the time being. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit more natural by bringing in some of that conifer forest around the edge of the suburb now, just so it kind of borders it off as this is where the mountain starts and no one really kind of walks past the conifer line. Bring some of that in, and then just clear away a few of the trees where the rock is exposed. Gives it a little bit of natural forest vibes, right? I think it allows the suburb to sit a little bit more naturally at the bottom of the mountain. I think it does anyway. We'll see. We'll kind of see how it grows and develops, of course. Hey Blue Hell. I should be working right now. How do you want me to work if you're going live? Just keep me on in the background, French Brit. Just use me as background noise. Hey Knight Rider, welcome to the stream. So I think I do want this metro to actually sink back underground as it comes onto the waterfront. At least as it crosses the highway anyway. I think. I'm going to have to sink the rail line as well. There's actually a fair bit that needs doing around here. Okay, let's start working on this infrastructure then, because we can't really do anything until these rail lines are sorted out. Let's take away this forest as well. And probably up until where the highway intersection starts is where the suburb will run to. We use that as like a natural boundary. Okay, so we want to sink the train line. We're already using a height in the cargo port, but I think we'll grab the height from the sunken downtown lines over here. This should be an acceptable height. Well, actually the height where the interchange sinks down is probably going to be more appropriate, because this doesn't need to be raised anymore. We'll see. we'll see what happens. Okay, let's scoop out much more than we need to start out with. More Noveria, yes please. Yeah, welcome Josh. And Claire. Can't stay to watch, so we'll watch it back later. Have a great stream. Thank you so much, Claire. We will try. Okay, and then up until here. Cool. And then, yeah, let's just take away these now as well, because these don't need to be here anymore. Well, they do. They can just be terraformed into this ditch now. There we go. Wonderful. Take away these wind turbines as well. Maybe the power issue is because of the distance. I think it's because whenever you load into Noveria, for those that have the save games, if you come straight over to the dam, it's like the water respawns, like it settles itself in again as a water source. And I think it fluctuates the power production of the dam. And it can't quite keep up with it. I think that's what's causing it. Okay. This is the perfect time for this. I have a study for my physics exam, and this helps me focus, so hopefully your exam goes well, Joshisha, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's easier just to call you Josh. Good luck with the exam, dude. I hope it goes okay. I certainly don't miss having to sit exams. Bring this down as well. There we go. Okay. So we now have more room to do something out here, which we'll look at in a minute. This train line really needs to take priority as it comes through the area. Okay, so it started to curve there. Let's allow it to curve slightly shorter. I think maybe to about there should be good. And then, yeah, let's run it on a straight line from this one now. So we'll just take out a little bit more of that cliff. And then let's bring it down. When are we getting a new episode this week? I'm not sure. Probably the weekend, French Brit. I wasn't actually too well again yesterday. But yeah, I tried to sit down to record kind of ill, and I was like, there's nothing that's really standing out at me for a build. So we'll probably do it again over the weekend. But I think, if anything, that's a sign that the city is very, very nearly done. I think when I sit down on a Tuesday morning and look at what build kind of wants to be done, when I'm struggling for build inspiration to make a full episode out of, that's usually my key to say, right, okay, the city's on its last legs now. Same thing happened with Palaven. Okay, so this one came down into here. I think that's correct. That should be fine. And then you can now run somewhat parallel to this guy over here. Bring that in, and we can now just terraform the rest of our land back out to where we know we need it now. Could have also raised this rail line as well, but I think we'll be okay with sinking it down. Give us some nice bridge opportunities anyway. And wonderful. Push all this back in. And maybe a little bit here as well. Okay. So the lines should just snap back into play. There we go. Fantastic. Alright. Hey Stuart, welcome to the stream. And Kefton as well. I see him in time for the train spice as always. As always. How to get famous like you. I'm not famous, Gold Pancake. Far from it. I'm not famous, dude. Just a guy with a YouTube channel. Okay, so let's see how and where we want to cross over this rail. Let's just bring in that terraforming a little bit more. So we'll eye up a few of the content creator bridges first of all. Let's snap to the road guideline of the rail. So let's have a bit of subscriber Q&A here. Let's see which of the bridges we fancy the most. It has to be the 4 or 6 lane. We can't use the 2 lanes here. Oh dear. That one's probably not the best choice, but what are we thinking? I think probably American Trust Bridge is the most appropriate. I do like the iron. It's always a firm shout, isn't it? Have you started the cinematic trailer for the new city yet? Yes, I have. I'm just waiting on music. I'm waiting on the music to come through. And then we can think about releasing it. Are you still getting your inspiration with Google Maps sometimes? Or does it come naturally? Depends on the build, Vanessa. Depends on the build, I think. For a lot of high density stuff, I tend to use Google Maps. If it's kind of low density Suburban gear, then just kind of in the moment inspiration. There has to be something with the power issue here. Everything is connected though. I don't know why you're giving me so much grief. There we go. Now it's fine again. So strange. American Trust every time. Hey Magsy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think everyone's on board with the American Trust Bridge, aren't they? Let's turn our day-night cycle off here as well. Yeah, slowly creeping into the nighttime. Yeah, okay. Let's go with American Trust then. Everyone's pretty unanimous. Let's get a nice little 13 of 11 slope descent, I think. Okay, happy with that. Let's start connecting everyone into the pre-existing road networks. I'm not too bothered about the shattered zone in here. Although then again, I'm not even sure if I want this arterial here or not. We will wait and see. We'll wait and see, I think. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, and Burton D. Shutter with a €10 super chat. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right there, dude. Apologies if I'm not. I finally managed to catch you live. Love your content. Keep at it. Thank you so much, Burton. Really appreciate the kind words, mate. I'm glad you are enjoying the content still. After so long. Really appreciate the support, buddy. Thank you so much. Okay. So I think I'm happy with that for the time being. Gives us kind of base structure over there and sorts those roads out. We'll definitely have this as 2-lane as we now begin to link all of these existing infrastructures together. Should be okay. You can go there. You can carry on flowing out for a little bit and then box it off. And then probably come down here and just introduce some kind of basic residential street patterns, nothing overly complicated or fancy, just a nice way of using that space up. Maybe bring some out this side of the main road as well. And that should really be it for the expansion this side of the suburb. Make sure we are continually meeting that residential demand. Let's fill in another block here as well. And then over here too. And then again, there's some... So I really like what we did with the arterial system here. How we kind of ran some farm fencing and didn't actually finish this off. We'll need to do that today. But I think we'll run with quite a similar vibe down this side as well. Let's go for some of that farm fencing with the freeform tool. Hey Egg, at all. Unexpected but nice surprise of a Wednesday afternoon live. It's a nice distraction from writing a work paper. Yeah, I think people are appreciating this little mid-afternoon stream, aren't they? It seems to be distracting a lot of you, which is probably not for the best, but I do appreciate you guys turning up anyway. Okay, so let's crack a hole in the fencing. And then we'll grab our slope terrain and then just even this out a little bit so it's not quite as gnarly. And then why don't we grab a little bit of nature reserve pathway with decoration. And then just curve this down into the street. Bring that down there as well. Ignore the power. That's awesome. It's got to be a problem with this suburb. Where is this actually jumping through? Yeah, so it's got all big connections through here into the downtown, which connects with the rest of the city and the river network, which is where everything really comes from. Strange. Who knows? Exam season starts, Egg. I will end all of these people's careers, yeah. Going to be responsible for a lot of failed grades this summer, I think, right? Please don't just abandon your real lives for my streams, guys. actually pay attention. You're studying, please. Couldn't have that on my conscience. Okay. So I think just a real simple repeated conifer pattern up this side of the arterial. And let's grab a little bit more slope. I think this should just serve as a nice little border between residential, especially since we're on this slightly higher elevation as well. That's a nice way of using some of the fencing and the layers to merge two areas together. I think the neighbourhood is the furthest from the dam, so it has the most issues. Yeah, that could be it, to be fair. Although Overtharia is pretty far away from the dam and this doesn't suffer. But this does have its own power supply though. It's got a geothermal in here, so... Interesting. Yeah. Just comes and goes. There's no rhyme or reason to it, really. Okay, if anyone is watching the video or the stream back as a VOD and has any possible ideas to what causes that issue, do drop it in the comments below. Okay. So this is growing. Egg, maybe a tunneled pedestrian walk will look more sensible. I think we'll definitely do some tunnel pedestrian stuff as we cross over the highway. I think for here, I'm okay. I think I'm happy with it here. We'll definitely want to repeat this pattern on this side though. I do want to spend a lot of time detailing what we did on Sunday today because a lot of it's quite exposed. So I think we'll carry on with some of these nature reserve, farm fence and conifer patterns alongside the arterial. Let's see where we want to go with this. Fantastic. Okay, let's grab some more of those conifers again. Bike too. That's a good point actually. This 6 lane wants to be cycle lane, doesn't it? Because the cycle network in Noveria is here. Where does it end? Here, yeah, okay. So this should all be cycle road. Then as we join the 6 lane, we'll move into 6 lane cycle. There we go. Cannot upgrade to this type. What the hell has happened there? That is very strange. Is that because it was content creator road? Yeah, that is really unusual. Oh, is it because it's bridge? Yeah, it's because it's bridge, isn't it? That's why. So, smoothing this out again. That's why it's doing it. Snap to the angle. And then come that down. Okay, it's just because it's bridge, but I don't really mind that. We can get away with it. If anything, it gives us a pedestrian crossing to use these pathways for. Here we go. And let's move this one a little bit further along as well. Okay, yeah. I'm happy with that. That's a little bit nicer. Manually placing some of these. Wonderful. I've been building a park in my game using Find It. I found some Christmas trees with lights and decorations. If you have them, they may be a good addition to the Joy Cells trees area. Oh yeah? What did you search for, Stuart? This one. Oh yes, that would have been so much better to use here. Yes, it would have been. Yeah, we'll add those in. Good shout, Stuart. I didn't know they existed. Do you think there will be a new DLC or announcement for Cities 2 in 2022? I think we're getting a new DLC this year. Paradox put something out in their Discord the other day that they have a Cities announcement, but it's not the project that they're not ready to announce yet. So I think we're getting another DLC this year for Cities. That will be the last DLC, and then off the back of that, we will get Cities 2 next year. Is my thinking anyway. Could be wrong. it could be wrong. Yeah, these are much nicer, Stuart. These are much nicer. Let's replace these with the ploppable prop Christmas trees. Imagine living in a winter city and the power's shutting off every 30 minutes, I know. It'd be freezing, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think we're definitely getting a DLC. Don't know what DLC it could be though. Maybe something with roads. Like a whole kind of infrastructure DLC. Guess we kind of got that with mass transit though, didn't we? These Christmas trees don't load in very well. They kind of change colour as you zoom in and out. That's fine though. It's currently -10 in Norway. Wow, that is cold as hell. I don't deal well with the cold. Or the heat, to be fair. Just quite a generally sensitive human in most regards. Okay. Let's work on this little space over here. So I don't think I'm totally adverse to maybe including a little bit of high density in here, but I think we'll probably craft with Plot the Growables. So let's drop in another park, because I'm always a fan of tennis courts, or preferably the basketball courts with high density res, but we'll work with what we've got. And let's just have a little mooch through our high density pool. I'm thinking maybe tower blocks here. If I can find the ones that I'm after. Not these. These aren't too bad. Maybe a little collection of these. It would be nice to vary the asset if possible. Let's maybe take this one out for a smaller one. And then there's these higher tenants over here as well. Okay, and then maybe one more little holding frame here for some high density res as well. Yeah, I think maybe some of these actually. Maybe let's go for a repeatable pattern of these. Just 2 up against the arterial. Don't think I'm hating it. I think it's okay. Once you bring in all these little surrounding details, how it sits against its surrounding road network will help it a little bit more. Okay. I mean, like something more about managing traffic, akin to Traffic Manager. I can't see them adding in any significant traffic management tool on the current engine. I think you'll have to wait for Cities 2 for that. I don't think that'll be a DLC. Could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Then we'll take these into part pathways. Continue to bring in the repeated conifer patterns that are making themselves known around this area. Not that dense though. Let's go with 25 meters. That should be okay. And I've got a curved one. As we come around this side. I missed a row of Christmas trees, haven't I? Get that in again. What was the meter here? Was it 5 meters? I think it was, wasn't it? Back in Joy Cells. In Joy Cells trees. That's such a good name. Okay, let's come on to that angle snap as well. And start bringing these down to round off. We don't need this bit anymore either. And then just redraw that little dirt road in. There we go. Okay, so hopefully now, because you remember when we started this area, this whole arterial was just empty and we orientated assets to, you know, sit against this arterial in a proper fashion, and I think we're kind of seeing that come together now, especially with all these bus assets lined up. There's a huge difference into decorating these larger main roads, doesn't it? Especially the monorail going past here as well. Yeah. Cargo hub specialization would be good, so you can see what goods go in and out of each hub. For the DLC, Brassack, is that what you're referring to? Traffic management has always been an issue in cities. It has, yeah, when it gets bad. The AI isn't particularly amazing at reading kind of directions and optimal routes and whatnot. Hey King, welcome to the stream. Okay, I think I'm going to stick with these high density residentials for the time being at least anyway. Let's draw them up. And then another batch of commercial along here. Okay, we are beginning to get some death care concerns within the area, so let's see if we can sneakily hide in a couple of cryopreservatories somewhere. Oh, hello traffic. What's going on here? People wanting to get back to the 6 lane. Is there lights here? Yeah, there is. Speaking of bad traffic, Matthew, let's see what we can do to sort this out. Is it the traffic light causing the issue? If it is, then we'll just let everyone go through. I think it is just the traffic light, isn't it? Hey G, CG, JT, welcome to the stream, guys. How are you all? Yeah, that seems to have sorted it. Just the traffic light. Okay. Sorry if I jinxed it. I think you did, dude. Yeah. I think you did. Hello, buzzing to play City Skylines, but have exams. Christmas maybe. I'm playing on Wolf Creek. Very underrated map. Actually, Wolf Creek is a very underrated map, Harry. Palaven was very nearly on Wolf Creek. It's a really nice map. Yeah, you're not the only one with exams, dude. Everyone is skiving off from their exams in this stream today. I think. Hey, Safcat. Welcome to the stream, bro. How are you? Okay. We've got this space here to work with too. I think I just want... how weird does park path look merging into the small parks though? It's not too bad. We can live with that, I think. Okay, so upgrade all these into park path. For where we can anyway. And then I think what I want to do with this space is we'll probably turn it into a park area. Yeah, I think we will. Let's go for a main gate here. And then we'll stick a side gate a little bit further down. Let's go into our park area. Let's paint this out. Okay, just sever the connection between the zoo area as well. Let's throw that one in. And then if we just go into the straight road tool here, we should just be looking into the road guideline of this one. Oh, it's not quite a direct connection. It would be massively satisfying if it was though. Okay, let's move this over by 2. Yeah, I can live with that. That's okay. And then with the rest of the areas, nothing but the angle snap. And then just some nice flowy pathways. Because this is all going to sit outside of the statue. Or the fountain in the mall anyway. I think if we just border this off now. With some of that fence in. We're going to want another side gate here as well. Not that I'm relying on this to make money, but just so the connections look somewhat realistic, I guess. We'll connect this one in as well. I've been given a good reason to get up and get out of bed, to sit down and watch a stream. Hey, Bear Necessities. Welcome, buddy. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let's not have this connect here either. Space already occupied. Oh, there we go. Okay, off the angle. See if we can come in here. Okay, maybe an intercity bus terminal. We already have one. There's one right here. Within the series, do you know what sort of map you're looking at making next and whether or not you'll make a British themed area? The map, or the city after this one, is going to be a desert city, kind of inspired by the American Southwest, so kind of think Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, Phoenix, stuff like that. That's what we'll be doing after Noveria, but there will probably also be a vanilla tutorial series running alongside that as well. So yeah, Desert Southwest American is the city after Noveria, which will be modded as well. So I think now I just want to fly through this area with some park props. We do have the park area as well, so we can bring in some of these playgrounds. And I think something we've all learnt to appreciate over the years is a little bit of a vanilla dirt path with something of a larger tree. And then perhaps a couple of these small little gazebo props just sat around the base. Okay. Let's maybe open up our forest brush as well and start having a little look. Some splashes of natural forest to sit along here. I definitely want some life in this park. Let's maybe throw in a restroom here. Maybe a cafe next to the playground alongside an info booth. Maybe extend that vanilla pathway out this side. I think that backs onto the commercial quite nicely. It's not too bad anyway. The Euro excavation potentials indeed. What do you think of City Planner Tutorial City so far? Is that the Ultimate Beginner's Guide? I think I've only watched up to part 5 when he started doing the parks. I've not seen any further parts. But yeah, City Planner's good. City Planner puts together some good tutorial content. Of course with his City Planning knowledge as well. And Ross Hicks with 2 £1.49 super stickers. One is a peach, I think. And the other is a hot dog. Thank you so much, Ross. Really appreciate the super chats, mate. I hope you and the family are well. Ross is a fresh daddy recently. He's entered the dad club. Okay, so this area, I feel like we're just missing these corners. Aren't particularly well detailed, so why don't we fix these up with maybe some shattered fence gardens here. Let's go for a park path right through the middle, snapped into the grid. Only for the first bit though. And I think within these spaces we're just going to get some nice fenced rock and tree gardens in. Just to help round out these corners alongside the main road. Yeah, there we go. And then lots of tall trees in these. A couple of Palavan pines as well. Maybe some smaller beeches. With little bits of overgrowth. Okay. Would be nice to see LA inspired downtown for the modded city. That probably won't be my inspiration, but Imperator did an LA build, I think, didn't he? I think Imperator's done like a California modded build, if that's what you're looking for. Imperator's got one. Node count panic, yeah, we're not... We checked the node count 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't that bad, I don't think. I think Eggsy posted it in the Discord. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. We're not that far away from it. Pretty sure it should just be a short scroll up. Yeah, here it is. So here's the current node count for Noveria. This is probably 2 weeks out of date now, so everything will be slightly higher. But the net node here, so 2 weeks ago we'd used 65% of the nodes. So I don't think we'll hit the node count in Noveria. We should be okay. Depends how many rock and tree gardens we want there. If there's always more fencing to be placed. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We got 70 people here. I really appreciate everyone turning up to a little impromptu midweek stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day. But this main road's looking quite busy and nice now, isn't it? A nice mix of elevated pathways, some fencing, a little bit of commercial zoning. It's a nice little high street, I think, isn't it? I think it's nice. What a cute little bend in that train station dead end road. Yeah, this one. I actually wanted some commercial here, didn't I? Yeah, nice little cul-de-sac with a path at the end, isn't it? It's cute. Okay. If it's a desert style city, can't wait to see some water tower usage. Yes, I already have the start of the city planned out as well. Like, I know how I'm building it. And yeah, I got some nice water tower vibes in there, of course. Of course. Will there be a Mexican border in the city? Probably. Yeah, we'll probably do like a border crossing build. Is there somebody counting the node usage? Eggsy just runs like a diagnostic check on the map every couple of episodes to see how we're doing. Yourself, City Planner, Imperator are by far my favourite cities creators. You all bring realism to your builds. I love a collaboration between the three of you. Oh, thank you so much, JT. That's really nice of you to say. I mean, technically you did have that in 5 builders. City Planner and Imperator were in that as well. But yeah, it would be good get all 3 of us together. Hey Joey, welcome to the stream, and Thick Phoenix as well. Welcome, buddy. Okay, so we have kind of one more suburban block here. Let's just go ahead and box all this in. With the residential zoning, there's opportunities for pathways here as well, so we will respect that. Fantastic. And then these spaces here, I think I'm happy just to let the natural conifer forest come back into this area now. So let's do that instead. Let's bring, not that thick though, let's turn the strength down a bit and the size up. Okay. Hi Egg from Washington State. Hey Eric, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? How are you doing? And I think it's just a case of these little areas here now just want kind of polishing off to the best of our ability. Just kind of left with a lot of awkward open space from last stream, so I think some pathways will help. Maybe some regular vanilla pathway. Actually no, let's go for the benches. Around the back of the high res. Okay. Well, I think we're there. At least for the road layout and the zoning anyway. We want to detail up these. How has this turned out? These little shattered, fenced in commercials. I don't think I'm absolutely hating it. Let's now just continually add in park life assets into these little cubes. With gazebos here and there as well. Park cafes, although we do need the path to come out first before we can place the cafe. Drop that in there. I think I'm liking this design. I'm not sure. With the metro kind of off center through a load of park blocks that run through a suburb. It's an interesting design. It probably wants maybe a little bit more thought and planning into it. Maybe make the blocks a little bit wider. Some hot dog or donut stands for the please snack would be cool deco. Yeah, I think we can definitely get involved in some micro park life detail in these blocks, can't we? I think we can. But how are we now looking from the nighttime view, sat from the downtown? Because this Suburban build is very much to serve as the kind of outer line suburbia view for the downtown skyline. Because this was all just empty space here before. And you can see those high density residentials just popping now as well out of that height. I'm a big fan of that. And then from the opposite side, we're starting to look. Especially if we catch it from here. You know, from the right angle, we have that sprawl now, that kind of outer line town and all these little mini crawls in height up to that one. I think I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. How about some outdoor market vibes? Local organic produce, you mean, Joy? Yeah, some of the Green City stuff. How deep is the zone in? 3. Yeah, maybe some farmers market stuff from Green Cities. So there's this one, these ones. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so let's go for some patterns. Let's bring these chunkier boys in. Then we'll shift down. Yeah, these are too deep, aren't they? We can get one in here. Let's grab one there. And then that one. And then can we flesh out with dirt path in between? I don't want to connect into that one though. Yeah, that sort of works. Sort of works what I'm after. Okay. Tree. Yep. And then can we bring back a little bit of the fencing? Just like that. And then maybe some smaller trees. Either side. With some shrubbery as well. Maybe one of those little park life food tents too. With some outdoor seating. And a light. How do we feel about that? Yeah, that's a nice little corner decoration, isn't it? Using some of the Green City stuff. Good shout, Joy. Excellent idea. Very nice. There are some vanilla specialised farm industry that would work well with this too. Do you think, Philip? Vanilla specialised farm industry. Are you thinking more of the fields? Some of the farming ones? I can't imagine you talking about these ones, the greenhouses. That's a nice asset actually. I've never seen these. Let me have a look at these actually. These are Snowfall specific vanilla industry DLC. I've never ever seen these assets before. Does each industry have one of these? No, is it just farming? Yeah, it is. They're kind of nice. They would have worked really nicely over in the hydroponics facility, which is here. Bringing in some of those greenhouses alongside this build would have been quite nice, I think. Yeah, had no idea they existed. Some sheds are okay, not too sad looking. I think I know which ones you're on about. It's kind of like the little, yeah, these ones, isn't it? Little processing units. Yeah, we've used some of these before. Oh, there's another exclusive Snowfall one here as well. That would have worked really nicely in Joy Sells Trees. You know, over here, like a little entrance point. Next to the workers' barracks. That's exactly what you're after. That's what we should have figured out last stream. Where were you on Sunday, Philip? Needed you then. Thank you for the suggestion, buddy. Hey, finally caught a live stream. Hey Kai, welcome to the stream, mate. Welcome to your first live stream. Okay, so I want to start adding in some folks on this side of the river now. Let's have a scan through our uniques, because it would be nice to have some kind of focus here, if at all possible. The Statue of Industry is standing out. And we're not particularly near industry, and there'll be no more industrial builds that will warrant the placement of it. So if I can find the asset that I have now immediately lost, there it is. It's in the first one. And maybe have this sat against the water. Okay. Not sure. After watching Egg, I realised how many fences there actually are when I walk through the city. There's loads, isn't there? Everything's fenced off. Especially in England. Like, if you're walking down, say like Hyde Park in London, like a big kind of central park area, unless you find a gate into the park, it's all fenced off. Fencing is everywhere. Hey Casino, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? So, Statue of Industry, is there anything else I'm massively neglecting before I commit to this? Academic Library probably wants to be more over here towards the downtown side of things. Not out on a suburban waterfront, I don't think. Yeah, I think we've got the boat museum. We can get that in here as well. Okay. We'll see. Is there museums or libraries in the college tab? Yes, all three. We haven't used any of the museums yet. Science Center. Okay. Maybe some sort of heritage commercial waterfront here. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Let's start bringing down some waterfront roads. We will go for Treed. Come down by 240. Then run these parallel for a little bit. What's the distance there? 240 again. Let's repeat that this side. There we go. Okay. So let's knock this one around. So what are the other museums? We have a science centre and art gallery. So I think technology museum is probably the most appropriate here. And we can run them either side of the statue. Maybe a red light district next to the beach to do some interesting stuff. We can get some nightlife in here, which do have red lights on them, I suppose. Actually, yeah, I've just seen Anto Roy said Chicago waterfront. Let's dive into the wonderful world of Google Earth for a second, guys. And we'll actually have a look at what lies this side of Chicago's waterfront stretch. And let's see where we can go. Because I think it's quite industrial from my time. So if we're looking at the coast from here, there's our skyline. And then there's a harbour. Is this just like a regular private craft harbour? It looks like it is, yeah. Okay. Then what are we getting into here? Look at these little residential designs. Kind of huge high rises with lots of car parking next to them. So yeah, immediately to the, I guess this would be, well, if we're looking at this from north, then that would be to the west of the Chicago skyline is a stadium with a marina, residential, and a hospital. And then some really nice waterfront park designs here, actually. We can absolutely use some of these. And then there's, oh look, there's a sunken rail. Like literally where we're building with a bridge over the top. This is perfect. Yeah, and then Lakeshore Drive actually carries on here, which would be our 6-lane arterial in Noveria. Yeah, and then it just falls out into endless American suburb, doesn't it? Okay. So how about a harbour? We could definitely do something with like a private leisure craft harbour, I think. And then there's some nice waterfront park inspiration here as well with this stuff. Okay. There's definitely some inspiration to be had there, isn't there? So now a marina. How realistic would a marina be? I feel like it's something we can do. It's going to need a little bit of work though. Let's start trimming away some of this road network. And the keys as well. And then this is going to be expensive. Expensive to terraform. Okay, let's level out everything here. And then let's pick a height we want the marina to sit at. I'll probably say about there. Is that going to be deep enough? Hope so. Okay, and then before we do any terraforming else, we want to draw in with dirt roads to function as a guideline for us. So we'll go... How deep are we here? So that's like 10. That would be 30 collectively. Let's do that then. And then we'll have the marina in increments of 15. This is very much an improvised build, guys, so just give me a second here, right? So that'd be 10. Do we want to go for 15 deep harbours? And then we can do a gap of 10 in between to get the back-to-back zone in. And then another 15 out here. And then run that as the shape of the marina. I think we can get away with it. Or we can make this whole thing a marina and then knock these museum designs back onto this road and have them in this space. Decisions. Should never go into Google Maps. It's a dangerous place. You don't come out the same. Okay, let's just try this design like this first of all, and then we'll see what we think about maybe extending it across the entire area. We'll just kind of see first, alright? So let's get terraformed out. And then a little bit up here as well. Let's make sure we keep these spaces up top very flat. And let's let the water go in and have a little hydration break as well. Ross Hicks with a £5 super chat. A harbour. It's boat time. Oh no. It's about time. Very good, Ross. Thank you so much. I totally butchered your delivery there. Absolutely butchered it. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. Great stream, Meg. I'm going to sort dinner out. No worries, Brassack. You have a good rest of your night, buddy. I'll probably catch you in the Discord later on, I imagine. I remember there was a museum in one of the Chicago waterfronts. Sounds like a perfect place to use them here then, doesn't it? So let's have a look at some keys. We want to be snapping to road guideline and the angle. And road length as well, actually. Do 170. So that'll give us a nice boxed in harbour aesthetic. Okay, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This isn't good. Let's bring those out. Oh, the terrain's giving me grief now, isn't it? Hold on. Just make sure this is as flat as possible. There we go. That's what we're after. Has it happened here as well? Yes, it has. Let's just re-terraform those corners and give it a little bit of breathing room just off the edge of that dirt road. Should sort out any kind of height issues you're having with keys. Wonderful. Okay, so we can break these now. And then just hopefully the game wants to be my friend for once. We should just be able to connect straight through. Let's give the game time to play and see if we can... There we go. This wants the shoreline reading in. The Older Planetarium and Field Museum are on a lakefront. I'm thinking we can kind of maybe carry on the larger commercial vibe we've got going on in the cargo harbour. It's almost an extension of this build over here. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so if this is then the pattern of the harbours with residential blocks in the middle, how are we feeling about spamming the marinas as kind of the place where people will come and grab their boats? Because this is all we have to play with in the vanilla game. Unfortunately, because it is a little bit nasty. Okay. Let's just give it time to breathe. Let's start sorting out the terraforming against the keys. And yeah, a little bit through here as well. Seattle Waterfront had lots of tourism with the Space Needle and the Ferris wheel as well. Yeah, all stuff we can do here, Kai. Hey, pleasant surprise. Hey, Keith, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing, mate? How are you doing? I want to terraform this out here as well. Time to do my assignments. No worries, Matthew. Good luck, buddy. Thank you for hanging out on the midweek stream. Appreciate it. No, good luck. Okay. Is getting there slowly, I think. We want to terraform this out as well. I do like chiseling out these little kind of detailed bits of coastline. Especially in Noveria's coast, which has been kind of super heavily chiseled when the map was made. And then can we just like grab all this on a slope so it's not quite as awful looking? A little bit something like that maybe. Just slope out that floor of the marina. Okay. Waters. Rip the people on these craft, right? See, if they just stayed at that height, that would be perfect. That's where I need it to be. But then it's going to sink down again. Pain in the ass. Bane of my life. City's terraforming. You know how bad your ankles would be falling onto your boat every time? Yeah. It's ankle breaker, isn't it? Are those Mods Workshop content? Those keys? No, they are from the Bridges, Piers, and it's just called Bridges and Piers, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Bridges and Piers content creator pack, Anto, that gives you those keys. No, that's the wrong person. Cow Stub. Am I pronouncing your name right? I'm probably not, dude. I'm so sorry if I'm not. But yeah, Bridges and Piers content creator pack will give you the keys. Okay. So we can allow connections in here. Also want to bring this up as well. And then continually it down here. Start giving some kind of interconnectivity into the area. Should hopefully be a little experiment as to how people actually traverse this area as well, because we've introduced the highway interchange here now. Will people come through the suburb, or will they come through the highway? Who knows? We'll see. We've got 83 people here. Thank you so much for turning up for a little bit of midweek streaming, everyone. Our rail trench is flooded. The trains don't seem too phased, though. It's a train boat. We just traverse right from land into water. Okay. I'm clearly not sold on this idea quite yet. I don't like this road network here either. It would be nice to come up, and then can we curve? Yes, we can. Okay, that's a little bit more appealing. Okay. They aren't trains anymore, they're submarines, yeah. I'm super stoned just watching someone play my favourite game that I can't play well. Well, at least you're having fun, Kai, right? At least you're having fun, buddy. The water with the trains going through is putting the Eurostar in a whole other dimension, yeah it is, isn't it? Some slight Eurostar vibes. Okay, I'm going to just cross over here. Yes, we can. What's the descent? 920. Okay, you're not going to link up there, but I don't think Are you here for a reason, wind turbines? Why are you actually here? Okay, we'll delete them, and then we'll replace with some of the advanced wind turbines instead. Have them in the harbour. Use them as some slight decoration, maybe. We'll see. We shall see. So I think we have to finish this marina design, don't we? This has to be kind of finalised. I think definitely Green City's high density residential is going to be the go-to designs for this. Now I'm probably thinking some kind of 4x4 repeated pattern. But there isn't that many actually in the 4x4 pool for Green Cities. There's these ones. And then if we draw in a road directly behind to accommodate the next batch, let's see what we can get in. I don't hate it. That's quite a drop to those boats. It's a massive drop, Giovanni. Huge. Can't be helped, unfortunately, though. Hey, if you Candy, welcome to the stream. Wednesday afternoon stream, spoiled. Yes, you are spoiled. If you don't mind me saying so myself. But yes, welcome to the stream either way. We can possibly, yeah, we can get the car parks in here as well. So there's some very repeatable patterns of organic and local produce alongside Green City's high res if we wanted to kind of take this palette and use it in the little cubes of marina to generate these kind of maybe desirable more desirable waterfront living. It's a shame there is only one though. Or do we want to move it, maybe repeat the pattern one more time? Looks a little bit weird when it's just one, isn't it? Kind of has to have a few more. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's get some power in. bring in some more of these marinas. Maybe a restaurant pier out here as well. Oh, is he not reading his connected? Really? From that really tiny distance? Can I help this? Maybe just on an angle snap we can. Oh, that's irritating. I should have come down a tile further. It's fine. We'll move it somewhere else. Hey, Rudy. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Late again, or are you early? Depends which side of Sunday you're looking at, doesn't it? Let's take this away. Okay, so we'll do a little bit more of this. So from this point down, it was 20 tiles, and then across by 10, then back up by 20. Yes, that's what we need to terraform around. And then this should hopefully give us a slightly more cohesive looking marina once there's 2 of these little blocks in. And then we'll absolutely use this as the marker where the suburb will come to a close. I've really enjoyed building this suburb on Livestream actually. If you guys are kind of interested in these slower, more chilled out sessions where we can experiment with ideas and, you know, jump into Google Earth together, check out some different designs. Because it's these kind of builds, you know, like this is too much space to fill in one episode, but it's all part of the same build. So these kind of outer line suburban designs are always fun on stream. So if you guys are enjoying them, I'm always happy to do more. Okay, let's come back onto that road guideline now. And then it's 117 distance, that's correct. And then let's bring this back in. Let's try and get this to something of a somewhat natural shape. What's the distance here? 300, 200. So yeah, this wants to be 300 deep, doesn't it? Let's terraform this back out again then. Definitely. Yes, 9:30 in India. So about 3 PM UK is a pretty decent worldwide time to stream then, isn't it? The Middle East is in its kind of evening. The Australians are in bed now though, aren't they? I think the Australians are sleeping, bless them. So this is 110. Oh, I have judged this way too wide. Turn a bit more. This really is a lot easier with the dirt road guidelines there. Do just follow them. Fantastic. Then you can come out, across, connect back in. And then we can delete these holding roads and get everyone in perfectly there. Is that the same level? It looks a little bit deeper. Is that just because I'm looking at it from a weird angle? I think we're okay. Alright. Not too bad. Let's re-flatten these middle parts up now. Very nice. And then this treed road can continue to run along the back of the marinas. Down to here. And then we will repeat these patterns. Double check our measurements again. What are we at? 960. On either side. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and get the marinas in as well. Actually, are these loud? No, they're not. They're okay. And then some more over here as well. Okay, certainly gives a lot more personality to this shoreline now, doesn't it? Having all these little indentations in. I think it's better. I absolutely love the 4-tar tip you said in a previous episode. Thanks for that. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, Arthur. I don't know which tip you're talking about, but you're welcome either way. God, it was helpful. Whatever it was. Okay, so we'll go for some more of these 4x4 blocks again. Let's maybe change up the asset here so we're not mimicked on the opposite key. Get these in. Wonderful. And then again, just referring back to those Green Cities car parks. So it's like kind of car parking for each apartment block, right? And we can detail this up with the fencing to kind of border each one of them off as we want to. We'll get to that though. As always. It's raining heavily here in Mumbai. It's just freezing and bleak in England. There's not much else going on. That's pretty much it. Okay, so this one now needs to be ripped out to allow the marinas to register as connected. That's fine, that'll fix that. Let's make sure it does remain as treed road though. And likewise again with the arterial connection, bring that in. Cool. So how are people moving around? There are some folks taking this kind of turn bridge, little semicircle one. No one using this connection at all, though, to come and go from this suburb. He said, he says 2 people use the road. Okay, so it's all getting used then. It's all getting used. Oh dear. Right, let's have a little hydration break and a nighttime view, shall we? Yeah, let's see how we're settling in here. Don't think I'm adverse to them. I think they're okay, right? I think once the rest of the build is fleshed out around them, we might be a little bit more accommodating toward them. Let's have a little drink here, shall we? You got my parking lots to work after the episode you told me to watch? Oh, good, Rudy. Good, good, good. Yeah, I've never done a video just covering parking lots. It's always been in an episode. But yeah, I'm glad you got them to work. Also love the tram modular build. Great ideas and vision. Yeah, you guys really like that. Those kind of 3 simple and easy formats for the modular builds, you guys are really enjoying. So always happy to do more of them, of course. You're from England? I am indeed. Hey Jennifer, welcome to the stream. How are you? Okay. So definitely want a waterfront park here. And I want it to be bordered off with road as well, so why don't we come down here? Or can I get a park gate in this centrally? Is that going to work? Probably not, is it? Yes, it is. Yes, please, everyone. I'll see something actually centralizes for once when I need it to. Wonderful. Cool. So we'll keep this going. Again, it's not a park area to make money. It's more the fact that I want the aesthetic of the park gate within the park itself. Let's come off road length as well. Cool. Then really, we just want to kind of follow the shapes and designs of that park that we saw in Chicago. It's just kind of flowing pathway that links into different areas. Maybe have another side gate here that feeds down into the quay. This path intersecting through the middle. And just allow it to run. Okay. Come on to just the angle snap in here. That's exactly what we want. Okay. What's the plan for the public transport along this part of the riverfront? Mini hub collecting metro monorail supported by trolleybus along the waterfront. There is metro that needs to be brought into the area. That's probably a good shout out, so let's factor that in before we build too much. It's going to go back underground here, so we'll see if we can use one of the exposed stations somewhere. I don't really want to just use a regular metro for this. If I shatter one of these, not that one though, that's the one I actually need. This one instead. Oh, come on. These little content creator stations are slightly bigger than 2 tiles, and it's the most irritating thing. Right, let's draw this deeper then, because we can actually fit it out front here. Let's go for 200 deep instead. Can't come straight down the middle. This is irritating. I really want this sunken metro station in. See how it's just slightly bigger than 2 tiles? It's just the worst. Okay. I am going to have to make the metro fit because it's going to do my head in if it isn't. I have to have this. This has to fit properly. Are these things still going to fit here? No. They're now a tile too deep, but that's fine though. We can just move the arterial instead. Why are you not even fitting here? Space already occupied. But that's the point though. You are supposed to occupy that space. Is it because it wants a 4-lane? Is that it? Is that why I'm being an idiot? Does it have to be 4-lane? No. No, it doesn't. I thought it didn't. Like, we've used these on small roads before. I just don't know why that's not fitting in. You should be fitting in here. Can you please just work? What about the chunky sunken one? Yeah. We might go chunky and sunken, Joy. Try it on a road without trees. It is a road without trees. It just doesn't seem to be... I mean, we've used these before. There's one literally a minor square. Like right here, it's just on a tram road in a really short space as well, and we have it in. But it doesn't like this part of Noveria for some reason. It just, look at all the public transport now, loads of it. Yeah, I think we're going to go with chunky and sunken then. Because the other one doesn't want to play ball. This doesn't centralise, but we're not bothered about that. Right, let's try this again. So... slope too steep. Are you a terraforming issue because you're so close to the water? Let's bring that out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we won't centralize, but nothing around here is, so it's not particularly important. Trim up these paths as well. This part design. And this now gives us something a little chunkier to focus our attention on. So again, we definitely want the Technology Museum. We'll probably bring this up on its own little frontage road. Save 3 tiles. Then you will sit essentially just about in there. That's going to be fine. And then can we repeat you on the opposite design now? So how far are you from here to here? 1380. Which is there. Then we're coming down by what? 1320 here. Okay. So we use this box to hold. It's not bloody level. Why am I having such a hard time remeasuring today? What's the distance across? 1080. That's a different distance as well. What a nightmare this measurement has turned out to be. Absolutely horrendous. Try the station again. I think I'm pretty happy with this one now. The wider sunken one. Right, so let's go by 1380 here. Then we'll come down by what? 1320. And then over by 1080. Finally. That's what we want. Right, and then we'll have the... Which one's this? Science Center. On this side too. Okay. So can I actually re-terraform? Oh, that's so annoying. That's going to be there because the metro line's underground. I'm never going to get rid of that. Oh, that's the worst. That is the worst. Right. Yeah, this is not a fun build. Everything is going against me. Use some trees. That's just so annoying. We can... Should we just flip? Oh, hold on. Let me try something. Again. Let's let me try something. How about if we were to move this onto kind of a side angle like this? And have it this way instead. Don't think it'd be totally impossible. Kind of have it like that. That's kind of better. Is it though? Am I just accepting it? Should we try the smaller one again? It's not going to fit here now, is it? Anyway, because the road's either side. Oh, it fit very briefly then. Did you see it? There we go. That's what it wants to be. So it will go there. Anywhere else, it's like, no, absolutely not. It doesn't belong there though. I've never seen that space already occupied issue before. It can't be a terraforming issue because it would give us slope too steep. Again, we'll try it on a different type of road. Yeah, the game is just stopping the spice. Again, yeah, they just don't want to work on this little bit of road for some reason. It just hates it. It hates everything it stands for. Okay, we're going to go with chunky and sunken then. It worked. So we'll just go with that. It's fine. It's just the road network will need an awful lot of detailing. But it's okay. That's what we're all here for, isn't it, I think? Okay, let's get rid of you again. And then it was over here, wasn't it? Wonderful. Over by one more tile, actually. Let's come out a little bit shorter than that. 250. There we go. Okay. Finally. Finally got that bloody metro line hooked in. Okay, so now I have to find where the metro exits here. So are we just going to come straight down or clear a little bit of space in this suburb, which I think is what we're going to have to do. So let's do this as well. And then we're going to hopefully get some metro people flowing over to the new waterfront today. There we go. We'll detail that up in a minute. And then we can now drag our metro line over. And then add in the stops on this side as well. Cool. And then the stops should be down here as well. Yes, this they are. Okay. Distance here is 350. Start to bring in some repeatable road patterns, and then this is the metro station that functions as people walk across it, don't they? Like they actually walk across its plaza. So we're bringing a pathway out front there. So also get a district set up, some nightlife. I'm thinking we'll maybe have the nightlife facing the railway. I think that'd be quite nice up alongside the American Trust Bridge as well. So let's bring in a little nightlife district over here. Trim up this bit too. Get some nightlife in there, and then we'll go for just big batches of 4x4 to face out onto the rail trench, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that bend right after the tunnel entry. Oh, you don't have to worry about it, Ian, but you can't see it. It's fine, it's not there. Just ignore it. Yes, you see how they're using the pathway to get on there now? Lovely. That's what we want to see. Okay. Get a lot of people walking out of the Green Cities area here. Which isn't a bad thing. Okay. See how many people are coming in the metro station. Only 25 so far, but this will grow as things level up here. Again, we definitely want to continue this pattern from the bird's eye view of 124 by 400 residential grids. So we'll bring this up probably off this one. I've already forgotten the measurement. How deep was it? 400. Let's have to make it a touch deeper than that so we get the back-to-back tiling in. And again, just up here. Just continue to expand it around the current road network. Can we come under? Oh, nearly. We can that side, but we encroach quite heavily on the rail. About there instead. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just bring it out from here. That's going to be alright. Bring them up. We can have a connection into here. Would also be nice if we can bridge across from this point as well. Let's see if we can manage it. Yep, that's fine. Get that in there as well. Wonderful. All come in together. Cool. So we'll dot this with some parks. Let's go for a dog. A carousel park, maybe. A small playground. Let's get some of that demand satisfied. All over here. Again, it's kind of massed suburban, not particularly anal about specifically zoning these areas up. Okay. Let's let some stuff grow and have a drink. Need to place some fire station there. Yeah, we'll need schools here as well. Once everyone comes in. That metro station became so picky. The overcharged egg became undercharged egg, yeah. Yeah, it did. I actually devolved building that metro station. That's like went back to the Stone Age. I don't often get kind of irritated by city skylines, but when an asset that is 2 tiles wide starts telling me that it's not, then I'm like, right, okay. It's like, you want to stop this city skylines? Thank you and please. Okay, let's bring in another little pathway here as well. Are you going to connect in? Yes, just about. That's wonderful. Let's now bring across my favourite little park fence designs to hug key in the road. I think we just saw a fried egg. Did indeed, Keith. Hey, Wise Mango. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Or boiled egg, yeah. Any kind of egg, really. Any kind of egg will do. Yes, people using my walkable sea walkies. Lovely stuff. Let's bring this down a touch more. Can we even squeeze it in here? Yes, there is. There's like a very, very tiny sweet spot. That is going to remove itself every time I misplace it. There we go. Didn't take too long. Soon, Egg, you'll have some anarchy to bring those unruly assets in line. Oh, can you imagine, mate? Can you imagine? When I built the this interchange over here, the one by the cargo harbour in that episode, this one, when I was drawing this underneath road, and then these 2 main roads under the bridge as well, I was like screaming, like I wanted anarchy so badly for this interchange. You can kind of see it where on that time-lapse build in this episode, it's really quite heavily cut because it was just a ball ache to have to move between different layers. It wasn't fun recording that one episode. But you know, at the end of the day, it's first world problems, right? We only live and get better. Not live and learn. not live and get better. Doesn't quite flow as organically, does it? Let's get a couple of all of the Palaban Pines up here as well. Just make a nice parky beachfront. Don't want too many park assets in here. Just very much green belt. Or white belt in Noveria's case. But we can see them using it now. How sweet. Yes, please. People walking along the waterfront. This park certainly helps to settle things in a little bit more, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, Nicole V with a $5 Canadian super sticker, and it's the Fox shouting higher. Hello to you as well, Nicole. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate it. Super generous. Live and get better. Yeah. Much more of an order. Should get that on a t-shirt, JJ. Should get that on a t-shirt. Does the Noveria Uncut Bloopers episode come once the series is done? I don't have any bloopers, I delete them all. I've thought about maybe giving them to the Patreon subscribers, but I just don't know if they're that funny. It's just basically me like stopping talking, like, oh no, I need to repeat that again or say it again. Okay, so my residentials here have no power, that's fine. Let's give you an earthquake sensor. And then I think I saw someone mention trolleybuses as well. So why don't we have a look at including a little trolleybus network just to service the waterfront. So why don't we grab the trolleybus depot. And again, I think it's an asset that's going to work quite nicely backed onto the rail. There's some slight jank there, but I think we can live with it. And then let's upgrade into trolleybus wires all the way through up to here. And then we'll let them serve the marinas. You can then turn around at this point using a one-way to come in. And yeah, kind of a short trolleybus loop, but it'll probably get a little bit of use once this area is a little more populated. We'll see. Let's get them flowing anyway. Let's bring 2 stops on the arterial, 1 over here, and yeah, another one there as well. I do need to build a little temporary turnaround point. There we go. Cool. So let's pick a colour as they come out. I think they're quite cute in red actually, even though that's orange. Go for red. There we go. Yes. I think the Patreon folks will probably get a kick out of it. I feel like this one's single as well, isn't it? See if we can bring some commercial along this little stretch of arterial to sink it through. Let's get some more residentials in here too, and backing onto the trains. Not forgetting our continued theme of walkability, of course, though. Yeah, with the bloopers, like if something goes wrong when I'm recording, I literally just stop talking and then find a place where I can pick that sentence up again. So there's no like definitive bloopers, if you get what I mean. And if there is, I'm just like, I'll swear and then just start recording again. It's usually how it goes. Okay, I want to save a spot here as well. Do we want pathway with trees to come down here now? Probably off the angle. Like there. Okay. It's on its way. It definitely needs a considerable amount more work yet before it's even... It needs a detailing time lapse, doesn't it? This is where This is where we say that feels like a good place for a detailing time-lapse. And then we just detail it all up. When you do your modular builds, do you use a current city of yours or just one you built to support them? There's a map specifically for modular builds. It's called Modular Buildville. It's just like a map full of all the modular builds. It's not like a functioning city or anything. Okay, let's now turn our eye to these spaces here. I'm thinking again I want more commercial. Here. So take out a space there. We'll save some room for, again, walking pathways to continue to increase immense walkability. Down here as well. And can we come under the bridge? Yes, yes we can. Very nice. So it is going to be nightlife. I'm not adverse to that at all. I think that's going to be okay. Isn't there a unique building that we've not used yet? One of the unique parks. Yes, this one. The Fountain of Life and Death. How would you work on the corner? Not sure. When is the next episode of Modular Builds coming? Probably this week. I'll probably do another one. I'll probably do another 3 simple and easy modular build. Those videos are doing really well on the channel. Especially that service interchange one now. It's up to like... I'm not even sure. Last time I checked it, what was it on? About 20k views or something. And then that first public transport tier video, like the very first tier video, is on like 105,000 views now, which is mad. Like, that's such good performance for one of the videos. Like, crazy, crazy good. So for the people that have been supporting the tier lists, thank you. Like, great support. Oh, you guys will also get the vanilla map tier list this week as well. And that's very nearly done. I've been recording it this afternoon. I'm going to finish it tonight. It'll be up tomorrow probably. Okay. Schools, and schools. We don't have any demand, but all these guys over here are stupid. So let's go with... Green City School. Partnered with a small playground. Partnered with a child healthcare centre. How does this detail our arterial road? Maybe with a splash of commercial in between? Maybe. See that statue of industry? That's yours, that? It's indeed casino. Public transport videos give views, they do. People love public transport videos. They do indeed. From watching your streams and your videos, I feel like you know... I feel like I know your tier list for stuff already, to be honest. I don't think you would for the maps though, would you? I think you can probably tell public transport. But I don't think you'd be able to tell for maps, because you guys have only ever seen me play 4 maps. None of which are from the base game. But yeah, I get it. With some stuff you'll be able to tell. Okay. Let's have a look at some highway decoration. Let's bring in some zoo fence. Do we have a pillar here? No, we don't. But we do have sound... We're actually using sound barriers, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Let's go in with the sound barrier aesthetic then. Yeah, let's get these upgraded. We technically could use lane mathematics here in this interchange. It's not needed, but whatever. We'll do it. It's fine. Okay. So I think fairly chunky conifer forest that just hugs the perimeter of the highway here is going to be appropriate. Don't need to encroach that much onto the zoning squares though, let's trim a little bit of it away. And the noise pollution now with the barriers in the trees should be decent. Yeah, we can get zoning in here, no problem, that's fine. Let's continue to zone up here. And then in here as well. Want to leave a little bit of breathing room on this arterial, don't want people stopping and starting right here. Okay. Let's watch it grow up and have a little drink together, shall we? I'm thinking of doing as well for another tier list is maybe the best quality of life mods tier list. So the stuff that we play with. So excluding like mods and anarchy, but you know, stuff like forest brush, prop line tool and stuff, that might be a good tier list to do. Could be good. Zeppelin's S tier, obviously. What else? I'll assume you're meaning Led Zeppelin as opposed to actual Zeppelins, but I get your point, Win. Wish I could hang around, but I have to get to work. Enjoy the rest of your day. No worries, Jeff. You have a good day at work, buddy. We will speak to you soon. Okay, so there's some asset selection here that needs to be sorted. We can't be having these guys spawning up. What's the zone in here? We're in a 4x4. Let's go ahead and dig ourselves out a little bit of 4x4. Let's go for nice little chirp cinema. Very nice. It would be nice to have some zonings out this way, actually. Yeah, let's just extend these out and then grow these up to grow up alongside the bridge. That should be a little bit better, I think. Getting out enough customers, this will be okay. And since we are near the highway, I don't think an intercity bus stop would be totally out of the question here. Because we've got this highway access over here, so why don't we chuck in an intercity stop here as well? Just the intercity stop though, no bus terminals. Maybe squeeze us in next to the trolleybus depot. That's a nice blend of the texture actually. Relatively happy with that. And we'll probably want a lot of oil industry fence to run along the back of these residentials too. No road length. Yeah, something like this I think. We're getting a touch terrain jack with the way the buildings are coming in, but I think we can live with it. Yeah, bring down. It would be cool to have some... No, it doesn't need it. I'm just eating into nodes for no reason now. Okay, police and fire station. Yes, Martina. Yes, you are right. You are right. We do need police and fire. Let's go for an old school firehouse and one of the med clinics on the water here. Not the water, the road. If you can't tell the difference between water and a road, then you are in trouble. Let's make sure we get the right one. Do I see modded Suburban assets? You might do, JJ. What you might be seeing is a little collection of American eclectic themes. But shush. Tell. Are you a large enough suburb to justify a hospital? Yeah, we can maybe squeeze an hospital along here. Maybe can. I feel like this space here has made itself a little bit awkward now. We do have road connections to bring stuff in here. I think that's what might be nice, is having a hospital that sits against the highway using the European one. I'll show you which one I mean. So if you imagine this as some kind of drive-by, let me place it down first. This one here. Yeah, hospital. I think if we stack this up, it would make just quite a nice drive-by on the highway coming past a big asset like this. Exactly the same thing that I'm thinking of here, like we did with it in the European area. It's just quite a nice dominant building. And you kind of get the drive-by, but this time with the trains rather than the cars, obviously. Mehmet Ali Bariskin with the 100 try super chat. Sorry you had connection issues. No worries, Mehmet. Thank you so much for that super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Super generous. And I hope all your issues are sorted out now. So yeah, we can maybe get a hospital in there, I think. I think this suburb is going to flow into a third stream though, because there's still a ton that needs doing. I think what I want to work on down here as well is a border crossing. I want to see how we can generate a border crossing in Vanilla City Skylines, using probably toll booths, road maintenance depots, probably a little bit of industry in there. You know, so something of a border crossing, so it's not just another highway out. So we'll probably do that next stream as well. But we are coming up to 2 hours, and I am going to go ahead and grab some dinner and then finish the vanilla map tier video, which will be with you guys tomorrow. But otherwise, that does feel like a good place to leave the stream. Let's find a place to say goodbye, shall we? How about overlooking the new waterfront with the downtown in the background? I think I'm happy with that. That's going to be nice. Okay guys, I'm going to leave the stream there. I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the stream, likes on it really help below. And if you really want to help support me, if you're just that much in love, then do come back and drop a comment on the stream once it's finished. That really helps the streams out once they're up as a video. We will stream again this week. I will let you know when. Because I want to get this suburb finished before we return to an episode, and more than likely the end of Noveria. But yeah, I'll be live again at 3 PM, probably Friday, but I will let you guys know in the community tab. Really appreciate everyone hanging out for these kind of chilled, quieter midweek streams. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I've, as always, managed to find some kind of inspiration. But yeah, really appreciate all the support. Thank you so much to all the super chats again as well. Really generous, and for everyone for hanging out. Including but not limited to Joy, Phoenix, Thick, JAR, Knight Rider, Lara, Martina, Jennifer G, EMB, Mehmet, and all you wonderful, wonderful people. Let me see if there's anyone streaming. I don't think there will be. No, there's no English channels streaming. So yeah, we'll leave the host. Okay, yeah, well thanks for watching guys. You got the vanilla map tier list video tomorrow, so I'll speak to you then. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.